In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the lights manually and also with a controller. I'm going to start by explaining the back of the up light. Up here you have your power switch. If you turn it on, you can see how much battery you have. This light is fully charged. Here you have your power in. This is what you use to charge the up light, and this is your power out for when you want to take a cable out of this light and connect it to a different light. These two are your DMX in and DMX out. You can also use an XLR cable for them. I will get into the details of that later. This is your antenna. This is your control panel. And up here you have your signal switch, which you always want it to be on. Down here, once again, is your control panel. You have menu, down, up, and enter. You use those buttons to navigate through the menus. In order to change the color, first you hit menu, you navigate up or down to nano. Nano brings out all the lights that you have, the color lights that you have. You have red, green, blue, amber, and white. In order to change the color, you hit enter, and you can make a selection of the number between 0 and 255. Once you have made your decision, you press enter again. You can move on to the next light. Enter. You can change the color. Once again, enter. In order to save your changes, you want to power off and then power back on. Now I want to show you how to use a controller to control your uplights. First, you need to make sure that all the colors on every single of these lights is set to 255. Now, as you remember from the last video, you hit menu, scroll up to nano, enter, make sure all the lights are set to 255, enter, 255, 255, and 255. Make sure you save your changes, turn it back on. Next thing you want to do is make sure that this is no longer in manual mode. To do that, you once again hit menu. This time you're going to scroll all the way up to SLAND, S-L-N-D. Press enter. Right now it's in master mode. You always want your lights, when you're using the controller, to be in SL1, slave 1 mode. Enter, save your changes, turn it back on. There's one last thing that you need to worry about, and that's your light channel. Right now it's set to light blue. Whatever color you set it to, you have to make sure all the other lights are set to that exact same color for them to be able to communicate. Once you prep your light, you're going to put in the DMX cable into DMX in. Note that you only do this for one of the lights, and that's the light that's connected to your controller. Next, I'm going to show you how to prep your controller. This is the controller for your up lights, and to get started you have to plug in a couple of cords. Right here goes the power cord for the controller, and over here is the same DMX or XLR cord that you connected to your light. Plug them in and turn them on. Finally, I'm going to show you how to use the controller to control the lights. If you look on the controller, we have multiple knobs. And the first 5 here are the same colors that you have on your up light: red, green, blue, amber, and white. You can control the light by moving the knobs. You can move them in any kind of direction with any combination. Now if you notice, as I'm moving these, nothing is changing. That's because on the fixtures, I don't have the first light on. You always want to have that number 1 on. Now, if I move them, you can see that they're changing colors. Different combinations, different colors. You can just play with it. Now, it's important to note that only your main master uplight that's connected to your controller is connected with an XLR cable, and everything else is not. That's because they're communicating wirelessly, and that's why you want to set the channels to the right color channels, as I explained earlier. Well, this is how you set up and use the uplights both manually and with a controller. Thank you for watching.